Few things give you momentum like a daily word count. When you have a steady word count, then you just get so much momentum and it feels so good when you finish writing every day. So in this video, we're going to talk about tips on how to develop a steady daily word count. What's up, guys? Michael Aran here with Author Level Up, helping you write world-class stories better and faster. And I create these videos because I believe that each of you has Stephen King level talent and you just need help unlocking it. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and click that little bell, ding, 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 to get notifications every time I have a new writing video. And this video is part of my organization series where we're delving into virtually every aspect of the writing life and how to get it organized and how to organize it in a way that works for you. And today we're talking about daily word counts. And word counts are so important, but they require discipline and they require effort. And you know, when I think about the lives of successful writers and their successes, one thing keeps coming up over and over again, and that's word count. So James Scott Bell, he's a successful writer and a writing teacher that I greatly admire. You know, he said in one of his books that one of the reasons he's become so successful and had such a long career is because of his adherence to a daily word count. And I look at successful writers and I see this over and over again. But it's easy to say, hard to do. For starters, why a daily word count? Why sit down and figure this out versus just writing when the muse strikes you? All right. Well, first off, daily word count creates momentum, and momentum creates progress. Now, when you say, I want to write 1,000 words a day, if you sit down on Sunday and you write 1,000 words a day every day of the week, by the end of the day, Saturday, you will have 7,000 words towards your work in progress. Mathematically, you can't go wrong with that. You know that when you sit down, you're going to get that. If you hit that word count, this is exactly where you'll be at the end of the week. And then if you do some more math, you can figure out exactly where you'll be at the end of the month. And that allows you to set meaningful goals. Now, remember, I did a video on goal setting. Goal setting is pretty important. And setting a daily word count is really no more than setting a daily goal. Also, a daily word count instills discipline, which is something that I find is difficult for a lot of early writers to develop. So creating a daily word count and forcing yourself to sit down day in and day out to try to hit that number is also pretty important. The next question you're probably thinking is, well, how many words should I write? And that is a great question, and it depends on your situation. If you're a new writer and you have not done this before, and writing fiction is so foreign to you, then setting a daily word goal of 5,000 words per day is probably not realistic. However, if you've been doing this for a little while and maybe you need to stretch yourself and you've written a novel or you've written a few novels and you want to get better, then maybe 5,000 words is more realistic. I think what you should do if you don't know what the best word count for you is, start with 1,000 words a day. Can you write 1,000 good words a day? And if you can, and you walk away at the end of the day feeling good about it, awesome. Then see if you can bump that up. You know, do you try to write 1,100 words the next day? And then just keep ratcheting that up until you find your breaking point. And then when you find the breaking point, back down a little bit and make that the word count goal for the rest of your project. And then when you start getting more comfortable with the process and you find tips and techniques to write faster, then you can start trying to hit higher goals. When I first started off, my goal was to try to do 2,500 words a day. That's what I tried to do when I first started writing my first books, and I didn't come anywhere near that. I mean, there were some days where I wrote like 500 words, and then there were other days where, you know, I would maybe get close to 2,500, but it just didn't happen. But today, if I sit down to write a novel, I write 2,500 words on a bad day. So how do you track how many words you're writing per day? So if you use an app like Scrivener, Scrivener has a great feature called writing history. And what it will do is it will actually show you how many words you wrote every day that you were working on the project, which I think is helpful. If you don't use Scrivener, you can track this manually. Use an Excel spreadsheet or a Word doc or whatever you choose. Pick your poison, but then just track how many words you're writing every day. You know, they say what gets measured gets managed, and a daily word count, if there's any metric that is vital to the health of your business other than sales, I would say it's your daily word count. Get in the habit of tracking that and figure out what your average is. Look at what did the good days look like, what did the bad days look like, and then you can start to model and know, okay, this is I'm having a good day or I'm having a bad day, and the data I think is super important to helping you understand yourself. And there's another funny thing that happens when you start tracking your words. You'll find, and if you're anything like me, I find that I start competing against myself. So when I look at my tracker and how many words that I've written, you know, oh crap, I wrote 2,500 words yesterday and 2,500 words the day before yesterday. Can I do 2,600 today? And then all of a sudden, I guess I find that I'm competing against myself. Or if it's 10 o'clock and, you know, I've written 1,000 words, it's like, oh man, can I even get close to what I did yesterday? And it's just a kind of a healthy competition against yourself. Okay, so we've established why word counts are important. I hope everybody gets that now. We've established how to potentially increase your word count, what your first word goals should be, and then how to track those goals. Now, the next question I often get is, well, what happens if I fall behind? So, Michael, I set 1,000 word a day goal, and it's, you know, I did it on Sunday, I did it on Monday, but Tuesday, I just, you know, something happened, or I got sick, or, you know, I had to take care of something at home, and now I'm basically in danger of not hitting my goal. Well, if you can't hit your goal, that's okay. You know, I mean, just think about it. I mean, the law of averages is in your favor, right? So if you miss 10 days or 20 days out of 365, I don't think anybody's going to come to your house and shoot you, right? It's not the end of the world. The question you have to ask yourself is, well, what if you fall behind? So if you miss a day, so let's say you write 1,000 words on Sunday, 1,000 words on Monday, 0 words on Tuesday, and then what do you do on Wednesday? Do you try to write 2,000 words, or do you just simply stick with your 1,000 word goal? I think it depends on you. Me personally, I would just stick with your 1,000 word goal. If you write 2,000 words as a result of what you're doing that day, great. But sometimes what will happen is people will fall behind, and then they'll get discouraged, and then they'll try to make up for the days that they missed, and then you end up with days where you've got to write 3,000-4,000 words, and if you're not used to that, then you just burn yourself out. You know, just take care of yourself first. Don't worry so much about missing. Just focus on making sure that if you fall, if you stumble, just pick it up the next day. It's really not the end of the world. But the key is discipline, right? So if you're stumbling every single day, then maybe you didn't set the right goal. If you're stumbling every once in a while and you just pick yourself up, just keep going. Just remember, the law of averages is in your favor. Some days you're going to be high, some days you're going to be low. So let's talk about some nuts and bolts here, just based on my own personal experience, just some things that I've picked up over the years that I think will help you and maybe give you some insights into this. So I found that all of my writing days, no matter what I do, fall into one of 3 categories, right? Just 3 categories: good, bad, and average. Right, so let's talk about average days. So on an average writing day, I usually hit my writing goals. Let's say I want to write 3,000 words a day. I hit that 3,000 words a day, no problem. I might end the day maybe just a little bit higher than 3,000 words, just depending on how the novel shakes out. And I walk away feeling pretty good. I don't feel great. I don't feel bad, but I just feel like I accomplished what I set out to do. It's kind of like when you eat a meal and you feel satisfied. That's kind of how an average day looks. Now, that's how most of my days look. If you drew a bell curve, right, the majority of those days would fall in the average days. So those are the days on which your writing career is built. All right. And that sounds strange to say. Oh, it's just an average day, But just focus on those days. Those are the days that you want to have more often than not. Now, there's good days too, right? There's days where if I want to write, say, at 3,000 words, I'll blow past it like it's nothing. I'll write 4,000 words, or I'll write 5,000 words, and then it just becomes this, cheerleading. How high can I go? How high can I go? and they feel great. I walk away from the computer feeling just enthused, like, dang, man, I'm gonna hit my word goals faster than I thought, and I'm gonna get the novel done faster than I thought. But again, bell curve. Majority of my days are falling in the average category. Not very many of them tend to be those amazing, super good days, right? They're rare, but they do happen. And then we have the bad days, and these are the days where either I just miss because something in life happens, or maybe I'm not feeling this particular chapter, or maybe I just have a little bit less energy, or I got less sleep that day, and I walk away from the computer just kind of feeling, yeah, today kind of sucked, but maybe tomorrow will be better. But again, bell curve, right? These are not days that happen that often. But I will say this. There's something I have noticed that I don't know if this is true for you guys, but it's absolutely true for me. I've noticed that when I have the days that are really, really good, like the super good days, for example, the 4,000 or 5,000 word days, I've noticed that I almost always have the bad days immediately right after the good days. I don't know why that is. I'll write 5,000 words, and then the next day something will happen, and it's just like this weird act of fate. And the next thing, I'll have a bad day, and I don't know why that is. Maybe it's just the law of nature kicking in. But what I've learned over the years is that I prefer average days. I don't want the good. I shouldn't say I don't want the good days, but I prefer the average days because I know that when I have a good day, a bad day is right around the corner. And maybe that's just superstition on my part, but just something to think about. But the key is not to sweat the swings in either direction, right? Don't worry too much when you have the bad days. Enjoy the good days when you have them. At the end of the day, the law of averages, like I said, it's all going to even out. So I want to hear from you guys. What I don't necessarily want to know what your daily word count is, but what is the number one tip that you've learned in creating your daily word count, and what are some of the things that you're doing to try to hit it? And don't forget to watch the rest of the videos in my organization series, and be sure to subscribe, and I will talk to you in the next video.